Hey soul family, welcome and welcome to my channel. I hope you are all well. I'm sending everyone so much love, light and peace today. And thank you for joining me. I really do appreciate the time that you take to join me. I hope that you find guidance and the confirmations that you're looking for in the readings. Any information that you need about me, guys, you can find in the description box below. Now, this morning, I've got love on the brain. Yesterday, all day yesterday, this song may be relevant to someone. And it was just kept looping in my head. You know, when you get a loopworm and just a song going over, and it's 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more. And it's just been going round and round and round. So I have just pulled love decks, and I want to see what is going on with you and your person, and just gain some clarification. So let's get straight into it, guys. Let's take a look. I'm going to use the soul connections, and then we'll find out what is going on. But this song has been looping, so I'm hoping by focusing that energy into this reading, it will stop. Okay, so let's get some strongest energies, and I'm going to take one for the overall energy. So tell me, strongest energy for the overall energy for today's reading, please, and thank you. And we've got bond. A love bond grows stronger over time. And we've got tested at the bottom there, popping out, and connection. So this connection could be going through some real trials and tribulations at the moment. We've got past lives just popping out at the top. So I do feel like this is a really strong soul tie, okay? And it's just been going round and round in my head. And maybe this is what you're picking up at the moment. Maybe you've got a song. Maybe that song is relevant to you. Let me know in the comments. But this is a soul connection. I want to make space. I'm not going to put those cards on there. So let's find out what is up with this. And let's get some messages about the current situation. And what I want to do is take some for you, the viewer, and then use the right side for your person. But I just want to find out what is the current energy, what is currently the situation between the viewer and their person. Between the viewer and their person, please. What is going on? What does my viewer need to know? These energies should confirm for you that there is, you know, messages in this reading for you. Remember, please, guys, that these are collective readings. Don't get yourself down the tarot rabbit hole. Only take what resonates with you and your current situation, and leave the rest for someone else, okay? Tell me what we need to know about this current situation between the viewer and their person. What do we need to know? New phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth. And then coffin. So you could be in no communication right now. But this has led to this transformation. And I'm getting the feeling that there's this transformation. You have both been working through things in isolation. So you could be no contact, but someone here is wanting to rekindle this. And I do feel like whoever you are coming back together. What I really want to see here is why the split has happened, why you're in no contact. But whatever is going on between the two of you, this is just making this bond between you grow stronger. I feel as though you are going through these renewals and transformations and it's just taking a different view, a different approach. Interesting. Interesting. And I'm just going to take no, I'm being drawn back to cosmic. So let's take a look. What do we need to know? Tell us about the situation up to the current moment, please. Tell us about the situation up to the current moment, please. Tell us about the current situation up to the moment. So you definitely, there's distance between you and your partner. Someone here is expecting something to happen. With that expectancy, you know, this breakup could be related to wanting a pregnancy or being pregnant. Take it as it resonates. So tell us about this situation up to now, please. Tell us about this situation up to now. Okay. We've got divorce. We've got spy. So someone has their eye on you. They're doing their research. Or this could be you, you know. Maybe this person was separated, going through a divorce, and you're, you know, doing your research to make sure that this person is single. Someone here has been very, very full of themselves, narcissistic traits. So this person could have, you know, been in and out of your life, love bombing you previously. Doesn't have to be, and they'll be back. We've got intimacy and sexual chemistry and reminiscence. You or your person could be dealing with an outside situation here, because I do feel from the off that song has been going through my head. We've got the bond, we've got the phoenix. For some of you, you will be in separation at the moment because this person is dealing with someone who is, you know, constantly watching their every move. You know, you could have said to this person, you know, you need to be single free. The divorce needs to have gone through. You know, take it as it resonates. This could be your person looking at you, but we were looking at what brought us to this point of separation. Your person could have been quite controlling. Someone here is dealing, I mean, this is either you or your person, and this is what is brought us here. I do feel like we could be dealing with an earth sign, you could be an earth sign. We've got patience. But you or your person are going through or experiencing some kind of breakup. This is where this new phase, rekindle, has come. There's somebody here who has really got... So if this is you and you are going through the separation to be with your person, then your person is not letting you go. Whoever this third party is, and I'm hearing third party now, whoever this person is, they're not letting your person go. Okay, and I do feel it's your person, but take it as it resonates, okay? But your person will be back. You may feel, as you're in no contact at the moment, that this is over, that this is not coming back. But you know, we have this bond, this bond grows stronger over time, the phoenix, the new phase, and they'll be back. So this, you and your person will be coming back together, but your person has some things to deal with before they can come and take a step towards you, collective. Okay, so that's what's got us here. So your person is dealing with someone who won't let them go, someone who is very controlling, you know, just every move they make, you know, I'm hearing ownership, and that's true narcissistic behavior, really. This person feels as though they own the other, like they have, you know, I'm seeing in my head someone who's, you know, going to go out and they've got to say where they're going, what time they'll be back, just that sort of controlling behaviour. And I feel like that comes from a lot of fear. I feel like your person's person feels, well, obviously if they're going through the breakup, yeah. So that is how we got here. So your person is dealing with someone else. So you will know if this is your reading now, guys. You know, you will be in separation, potentially no contact. You may still be exchanging messages, but I don't feel like there's any physical contact. And for a lot of you, you are not in communication with this person at all. Because your person is dealing with someone who is connected to them that does not want to let them go. This person, as I say, is quite controlling, very much sat in their ego. Wow, okay. So let's get some. I want to bring these Moonology cards together. I don't know why, I was just really drawn just to... I do normally have these together in a bigger pile when I'm doing my some of my readings, but tell us about the energy messages for my viewer, please. Okay. And that was leave the past behind. And I do feel like I need to say this to you as well, that you may be sat and waiting on this person, and with that leave the past behind. I do feel like the message for you here is don't put your life on hold, okay? Because we're looking at current energies. Now, I do feel like this bond is strong, but we need to take a look at your person and see whether your person is going to be strong enough, I'm hearing, to, you know, walk away from this person. Interesting energy to come through. I've been through something similar in the past. So my advice, and I feel like that's why I'm being called to say it, is don't put your life on hold for this person. You know, continue. You know, get out there. I'm not saying see other people. You may not feel like that's what you want to do, but don't put your life on hold for this person. You know, continue with yours while they're dealing with theirs. So tell us for the viewer, be bold and make the first move. There's that leave the past behind. And there's that commitment being tested here. Tell me about the viewer's person, please. We've got the quarter moon in Capricorn, full moon in Scorpio. Breathe through the tension. Again, I do feel like your person is going through it at the moment. Balance, spirituality and practicality. And then at the bottom of the deck, we've got the end of a tough cycle approaches. So I do feel for you, the energy here and what Spirit is saying, you know, is be bold and make that first move to start to detach. And I know this is going to sound quite contradictory, but because you will be holding this person, you know, wanting or anticipating the return of this person. But like I say, Spirit wants to, you know, get that message to you to say, you know, you have to leave it behind. You can't sit because you'll end up being stuck, okay? And you need your life to continue while this person is sorting themselves out, okay? Your commitment to self is what I'm hearing is being tested, and your own journey. So have faith. You could be, again, we saw the earth sign, you could be, we've got heavy Capricorn, we've got Scorpio, we've got Pisces, okay? But your commitment is being tested here. Be bold and make the first move. Talk less and feel more. And be proud of yourself. You know, like I said at the beginning, this could be you dealing with this person and going through the separation to be with your person, especially while we've got be bold and make the first move, leave the past behind, talk less, feel more, and be proud of yourself. So for some reason, I feel as though these cards should be over here for your person. Or that I should be switching sides. Because I do feel like it is your person that's in this situation. But again, it's a collective reading. Prosperity lies ahead. And open up to change. Yeah, for some reason, I am sort of really... We've got Know Your Worth coming up again at the bottom there. But it's crazy, collective, because I normally do you on this side, but I do feel like the energies are switched here. I'm not going to switch the cards over, but I feel like you are being asked to, you know, like I say, just not stand, breathe through it, move forward, balance that practicality. You could be sitting, really concentrating, doing a lot of meditation, but do practical things, you know, the material side of things to keep going. Because what you're waiting for is coming towards you. We've got Taurus and Aquarius on the table now. We've got double Taurus, double Pisces, double Capricorn, Scorpio and Aquarius. So these could be aspects. Oh, and we've got Taurus here. So strong earth energy. Okay. But one or two of you, I mean, it may be that the sides are switched because maybe you're both going through a separation and a breakup. Just, you know, take it as it resonates. There'll be many messages here for each of you. But it is a time to persevere, to push forward, you know, really know your worth. And think this is centering this. I feel like because with this controlling energy on the table, you know, they can make, when you're with someone who's quite controlling, I can't get my words out, you know, constantly putting you down, or, you know, someone who doesn't take accountability and responsibility for the part that they've played. So, you know, you could be dealing with someone who is making you question your own self-worth here. So this is a reminder to really balance yourself out, you know, be bold, make those moves, be proud of yourself, be proud. You know, it is a very difficult situation, and many of us will have experienced, you know, some form of breakup in our lifetime, okay? And depending on who you are with, who your counterpart is, who the person you're with, you know, it's sort of lucky dip when it comes to a breakup, because people can really show us a side to them that we didn't know was there, and it can bring traits out in people again that you didn't see that was there before, and that make it really difficult, and people just don't want to let go. And you know, that's for all different reasons. You know, the time invested, the, you know, what you've built, what you've grown. But I'm hearing the heart wants what the heart wants, and I do feel that you and your person have, this bond is so strong that, you know, and it's not a nice situation to be in. I Again, I don't really want to touch on whether you were, you know, maybe breaking up when you met, or however this came to be. You know, you are where you currently are. But I do feel like for some of you, not all of you, you could be both dealing with that situation of having to, you know, deal with exes, and work through that. One or both of you are dealing with someone who's very controlling, does not want this to walk away, and just making things really, really difficult. But we have got, they will be back. Now, again, this was the energy up to, you know, where we are today. So this could be the situation that's happening, that this person just cannot close out. This person will not accept, and is coming back. And for some of you, you know, I take that as this person will be returning. We've got the love heart on the letter. You will receive some form of communication, for those of you that are not in communication with your person at the moment. So I want to get some tarot now. Just to look at, you know, what's going on, how you're feeling about this situation, how your person is feeling about this situation, their intentions towards you, next actions, that sort of thing. So let's take a look. Tarot, where shall we go? Okay. Excuse me. It's a beautiful day here where I am in England. I hope the weather is good for you guys, wherever you are. I'm feeling quite tense as well. So, but, you know, going back to the song that has been going, looping round in my head since yesterday morning, I feel like when you're apart, you know, there is this yearning. I do feel like it's this twin flame soulmate connection, like you have known each other before, and this is what's drawing you in. But let's have, or drawing you to each other. It feels to too strong to resist. So what I want to take a look at is how your person is feeling about you at the moment, okay? So tell me, how is the viewer's person? What are their feelings towards the viewer right now? Page of Cups. The Eight of Cups, yeah. We've got the Knight of Cups, a lot of cups, guys. And the Two of Cups, beautiful energy. And then we've got the Tower. We've got, oh my God, so many cups. And the Eight of Wands. So, yeah, this person is feeling bound. This person wants to communicate to you, and they could be communicating to you, but they have someone who's very cold. They may feel like something has happened between you and you are not going to, for those of you that aren't in communication, this person wants to communicate to you, but they do feel like you will be in your Queen of Swords energy, and this is keeping them stuck in their head. It's keeping them from reaching out and taking this leap towards you with this Fool card. But this person has a love for you, baby. Love for you, male or female. We've got the Page of Cups, the Eight of Cups. This person desperately wants to, you know, walk away from what is no longer serving them and come towards you, you know, with this love offer. We've got the Page, we've got the Knight, we've got the Two of Cups. This person sees you as, like I said, that soul connection. They want this reunion. I do feel like they feel that you are going through a lot of distress and a lot of hurt at the moment. That this is how this is affecting you, that it is really wearing you down. And again, I'm hearing that message of don't stay stuck, keep moving forward. You know, things will happen in divine timing. So you could be really feeling the loss of your person at the moment, and your person knows this. They know this. They want this reunion. They see you as their, you know, forever person, their soulmate, their twin flame, whatever you want to call it. And they want, you know, they have a lot of love. I mean, we've just got cups, 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 cups. So let's take a look at what their intentions are going to be towards you. And let's say for the remainder of this month, we are sort of midway through the month now. And we've got the Two of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. This person does want to come towards you and, to, you know, to come in to give this equal give and take with you. What are their intentions towards the collective, please? Intentions towards the viewer. Yeah, they want this transformation to happen. They want this to be over, because they want to start healing this connection with you. That is what they intend to do. What is the viewer's person's intentions towards the viewer till the end of this month, the remainder of the month? And we've got the Page of Pentacles. What else, please? What else, please? And we've got those Eight of Wands and the Eight of Swords coming out for us. we've got the Knight of Wands. And we did have that Ten of Cups, and it came out in reverse, which is interesting here, because right after it, we've got that Eight of Swords. This person wants to come towards you. They want to take some action. We are seeing the Page and the Knight here. We haven't got any kings on the table just yet. So very young energy. This person could be younger than you. It doesn't have to be, but I don't feel like you are going to hear from this person for the remainder of this month. I feel they do want to come, but this is slow communication. You know, the Knight of Pentacles, very slow moving. They do want to come towards you, but they want to come towards you correctly. They do want to take action. They do want to come towards you. Like we saw that intimacy card, and that was talking about this sexual chemistry. I feel like they are missing you on an intimate level. But they don't want to... I feel like they feel trapped, and maybe... Oh, it's so crazy. I feel such a sad energy as I'm looking at their intentions, because this person currently feels trapped in what they thought, you know, and they're getting away from was once, you know, all their cups were filled, but that's not the case now. I do feel like they're in a very toxic environment that is keeping them bound. There could be some codependency here. But I don't feel like this person does not want to come in and ruin what you've got, and they do feel trapped. Now, this person can walk away at any time, so that's why I feel like they may be in a codependent, toxic connection. We do see, you know, we've seen this energy of control from the beginning in the reading, so I feel like your person's feeling a little lost at the moment. And I want to have a look at, because with that Ten of Cups, I want to have a look at how they are. So we've looked at how they feel about you. How are they thinking you are feeling about them at the moment? They're grieving you. Like I say, I think I feel that they feel that you are sat in this tower, that you are feeling a little lost. Maybe you're mirroring each other's emotions at the moment. Wow, we've got the Chariot there. So this person could be feeling like you are not going to wait, that you are going to move on without them. They could be dealing with someone who really affects their self-worth. And we mentioned that earlier. Yeah, that they feel like this could be over. Maybe with the Knight, the Pentacles energy that came out, that slow communication. Maybe they're feeling it's taking too long. But how does this person currently think the viewer is feeling about them? How does that I knocked that into reverse. So that was in the upright. How is the viewer's person viewing how you are feeling about them? Hierophant. We've got Chariots. We've got the Nine of Swords. And that was the Six of Swords. Yeah, this person feels as though you are walking away, because this is a lot for you. This person knows that what is happening here is stressing you out. So you could really be sat in an energy at the moment of, they feel like this is a lot of for you to take on, that this is really hurting you. They may have stabbed you in the back in this connection previously. So I feel as though they feel like you know you are considering walking away from this, that this has been just all too much, you know, sitting in that tower, feeling hurt, feeling betrayed. Maybe they've had to take certain actions that have made it seem and look that way. But I do feel like they know the strength within you to move forward, to gain that your own stability, peace, balance, and to move forward with confidence. And I feel like they see you, I feel as though their mood changes, and changes, and the way that they look at this changes, maybe daily, to be fair, because, you know, on this side, we see you walking away, letting go of all this chaos and, you know, all these responsibilities, all the chaos that goes with this relationship. And I feel like they have hurt you in the past. And then on the other side, when their mood changes, they feel like you're bringing balance and peace to yourself. So I feel like this person could be a little bit emotionally unbalanced, or they could feel that you are a little bit imbalanced in the way that this is happening, or the way that things have happened in the past. I mean, take that as it resonates. I just feel like there's a lot of up and down roller coaster energy. So, and to be fair, if this is a soul connection, then that's how it can feel a lot of the time. Okay, and this is why it's important, collective, that you don't stay stuck. And I say that from experience, so please listen to me. I did that. I was in a situation where I was waiting on someone, and because of who I am, and the way that I approach things, I wanted to stay true. I wanted to stay loyal to this person. But in reality, my advice now, looking back at what I would do differently if ever I found myself in a similar situation, and it would certainly not be sort of waiting around for something to happen, because it's not guaranteed. You know, anything can change at any time. You know, we look at current energies, we look at the past, and we also look at, you know, what could potentially come around in the future, but that's not guaranteed. You know, everyone has free will. The energies that we're sat in today may very well change in the future. So I want to just take a look. We've got the Two of Cups right at the bottom of this deck. Wow. we do have a match here. We've got the Two of Cups. Someone here is in regret or is just letting go now. So this could be you. I mean, I picked this deck up intentionally for you. So you do see this as a soul connection. But you are very much using head over matter. You're not getting caught up in an illusion. I do feel like this person could have made you feel like an option. Or this, you know, you both have options here. You're both very much satting, you know, working through this from a very fair, truthful energy, looking at what it is you actually want. Wow, we got the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Hearts. I think you're both very much on the same emotional plane. We've got Justice, we've got the Two of Cups. So you want to bring some kind, like I say, you could have been hurt by this situation in the past. And then when we've got the Hierophant and that Justice, so I feel as though some form of karma is playing out also. I want to see how you are actually feeling about this situation at the moment. How do you feel about this person? How do you see them at the moment? How does, wow, King of Wands. Wow, okay. How is the viewer currently feeling about this person and this situation? How is the viewer currently feeling and seeing this situation? Yeah, I mean, that came out sideways. You are, again, I feel like you may be sat in this stuck energy. There's that Ten of Wands. And then we've got the Star. So you definitely want to heal this. I mean, both of these came out. You could definitely be an earth sign. With this coming out sideways, as I say, I feel like you are stuck. You're not sure what to do. And I've been in that energy collective, okay? So you're not alone. It's not unusual to feel that way because you feel as though you almost don't want to be disloyal to the bond that you have with someone. But actually, are you single? Are you not? And Spirit wants you to know to sit in this energy. Don't wait around. Continue. Okay? You do feel like this person, there's some sneaky energy here, some lies, there's been some deceit. This is where this hurt could come from. So you could be questioning what to do at the moment because of past experiences. That won't be for everybody. But, you know, you see this as a new beginning, but we do have the Seven of Swords and the Ten of Wands here. So maybe, you know, you have had a lot to deal with. This crows could be significant, ravens, feathers, black feathers in particular. You do want to move forward and share the weight of what's going on here. I do feel that you are sat in your masculine energy at the moment. And you are hoping that, you know, that this person will defend themselves from this toxic person, and they will have this death and rebirth and come through for you. I do feel like you're feeling a little bit like, yeah, I was just going to say, just a little bit overwhelmed. This could have been going on for a while. You are trying to heal and bring yourself out of this feeling of being stuck here. But use your intuition. I feel like you know deep down in your gut that you just need to carry on. You know, it's that thing, isn't it? Don't try and control the things that are out of your control. You know, continue with your life. Get out there. You know, continue with friends. Don't get yourself stuck in a cycle as such. And I do feel like this could have been a cycle for some of you. I feel as though you see this person, you question whether this person is actually ready for a relationship with you, with this also coming out sideways and the King of Pentacles. So it could be that you are questioning if this person is actually moving away from this person. I do feel like you feel like there is something that is not being fully disclosed to you, and you are understanding that this person has a lot going on in their life and you want to help them. You want to help relieve that pressure that they're under, but you can't. You know, you cannot be the one to heal this. Whatever they're going through, they need to go through. You know, if this is a transformation, we have to go through that in ourselves. You know, it'd be great, wouldn't it, if we could just jump in and help people go through their own transformation, but unfortunately we can't. And I do feel like you are questioning. As I say, I just keep getting drawn back to these here, and I am going to put them there because I feel like you are questioning. You know, for some of you, we did see that Nine of Swords and the swords in that person back. So this person could have gone back to this person previously, which has got you in this energy of, you know, is this person single? Is this person going to walk away and start a new chapter? Or are they just lying to me? And you're almost at that point of wanting to release this. So you could be going through very much as this person actually correctly. You could be mirroring each other's feelings, and because when we go back to your person's cards and the way that they saw you, so one side was, you know, this anxiety, the pain, and the other was the strength. So I feel like they see you as a very strong person who will move forward, but they do know that they have hurt you, and I feel this is how you see this situation at the moment, that they are right to feel that way because you are questioning. I feel you do have this strong bond, but you are questioning if this person is actually going to take this step towards you, whether they are single, are they in a relationship, sideways, and you don't know. And you could also be questioning, well, am I single? Am I not? You're single. If this person isn't with you, you're single. And that's what I want to, and I get it. And that's probably why, you know, that 1,000 Years, that song was relevant to me. I could not get it out. This was previously, I could not get it out of my head yesterday. And it just kept looping round and round and round. And now I'm pulling this. And as I'm pulling this, there's very similar. You know, I could basically be pulling my reading from way back when. And, you know, so when I say to you, you are single, you are single. This person is not with you. This person is not committed. If this person is dealing with anyone else, whether that's just in communication, whether it's tidying things up with family ties, whether it's sorting things out, you are single, collective. And if there's one, you know, if that saying, isn't it? If it's meant for you, it will return to you. It will return to you in divine timing. And I think you're questioning in that at the moment, and you're very much sat in that energy. And you're going to do what you're going to do. But from my experience, and this was a lesson, hopefully a lesson that I've learned, that I can stop you the pain of having to learn. But we do have to go through it. But don't wait around. If this person is dealing, whether they're telling you they're intimate, whether they're telling you that the relationship is over and they're just there for this, that and the other, you are single, collective. Act accordingly to what is going on around you. Okay? But I feel like you know this. I feel like you're going through the doubts. And I do feel you and understand that emotion, because you don't want to be disloyal. You don't want to, you know, move forward and open your heart to someone else. If this person is actually going to come into your life, especially if you feel that soulmate connection with them. And then there's that Eight of Swords again. Yeah, don't keep yourself bound here, collective, waiting for this person to come in with this love offer. If they're going to come in, if they're your person, it won't matter where you are, what you're doing, who you're with. They'll come in. They'll come back. So don't get yourself bound here, because this is binding yourself to this. And like I say, from past experience, keep it moving, collective, okay? And with that in mind, I just want to see how you... So I just want a couple of cards to look at how you see what has happened in this connection for you up to this point. Tell us about this situation from the viewer's perspective, please. This person could have ghosted you, again, left you hanging. There's that Ten of Swords. This person betrayed you big time. They put you in competition, made you doubt this connection. You know, this could be somebody who's quite promiscuous that they've been with, that they put you in competition with. And you feel as, you know, this Lovers in reverse, this sort of broke down this connection. I feel like you know this intuitively. But you have released this competition. And again with that Hermit here, this person could have had you stuck for a while, collective, maybe 8 years. This person could have been gaslighting you in and out, you know, leaving you in this, leaving you alone to contemplate. But whatever they did in the past, they did bring in this betrayal. They have put you in competition. But I feel like you know this. I do. I feel like whoever you are, you're quite intuitive. This person has put you in competition with someone. And I don't feel like... I feel like this may be someone different. They could be a fire sign. Tell me about the Five of Wands and the Queen of Wands, please. The Wheel. Again, there's that earth sign energy. You could be an earth sign. Wow. For some of you, not all of you, like I said, this person could be quite promiscuous, you know, in it just for the pleasure, let's say. You could be very grounded. you've been sort of watching this. Maybe you've learned a lot about what this person has been doing. This is where this betrayal has come from. But this is happening. Something has happened, or something is going to happen that is going to change the direction that you're going in and bring you out of this feeling of grief and loss. And this is going to be some kind of realization. I mean, for some of you, this isn't another person. This is their person. And they're not being true, or they haven't. The betrayal here is because they haven't been true to this soul connection with you. It could be a multicultural relationship. But this person has definitely made you feel like they haven't put this connection first, like they don't care about this connection. And I feel like you've been nurturing this connection. Interesting. Collective. Interesting. And what I want to do, just for my own curiosity here, is I want to get some confirmation about this past. What's happened in the past. Wow, there's that Five of Wands again wanting to come out. This person definitely had you in competition. And the Tower, I feel like okay, this reading just taken another turn for me, because I'm just picking up on a whole new vibe. Now I'm looking at the competition here. Your person may be about to get bitten on the bum. For some of you, this won't be for everyone, but your person has stepped out and they now have someone around them that they are about to regret. Maybe a bit psychotic. Controlling. Tell us from this past person's view about this third person, please. What was going on? Okay. Tell us what we need to know. Yeah, this could be someone that they from their work environment. There's that Queen of Wands again. Someone attractive, could be younger. could be a pregnancy here. I mean, we did see that expectancy when I was shuffling earlier, and I don't know, I'm just getting a feeling here. You know what, I've been drawn just to call. I just want to tell me about this Queen of Wands. There's that intimacy. You could be dealing with a air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Yes, you are. So we have, ooh. This person is looking back on the action that they took. I think this was something they did in the spur of the moment. Maybe got carried away with that sexual chemistry. There was attraction there. But this person is new. It was not the right time. For some of you, this narcissistic person is this Queen of Wands. It is not this other person's person. This is going to get a little bit confusing. Hear me out. This person has branched out. Now, this could have been, like I say, something workplace. The sexual chemistry was there, a lot of attraction, but this has almost bound them in some way, and that's why I feel like there may be, with the Empress popping up underneath this Nine of Swords, there may be an unexpected pregnancy, and I don't know why I'm getting that. But we've got the air sign here, and we've got the King of Swords here looking back at what they have done here. Because this may, like I say, this may be workplace or someone related to someone that they work with. Take that as as it resonates. I do feel like it happened quite quickly, as I say, with this sexual chemistry. And this person now has a decision to make. Because no, it was not the right time to do this. But there's a chance here for them to sort out whatever mess it is that they've got going on. Well, this is a really choppy reading. We've got the Two of Cups popping out there, the Magician, the Death, the King of the Pentacles. This reading feels very all over the place when it comes to your person's energy. I don't feel like they know whether they're coming or going, whether what they're doing is right and just. You know, we've got heavy Libra energy on the table. We've got finances and career. Again, this could be work related. This person may have lost their job because of it, or they're about to, which is they're going to have to make a decision on how they're moving forward. Children, your love life is being affected by children, and you are lovable. So you could be really questioning whether you are you know, what is going on here. This is a really messy reading. And I'm actually just going to get an oracle for you guys, a final message, and I'm leaving it here because I feel this is messy. I feel like there's more than one person involved. I feel like your person is about to hear news they don't want to hear. Like I say, your person could have got someone pregnant, collective. You know, they chose, it was just, and I'm seeing cycle with this. No, it's not the right time. It wasn't. It was that time, you know, to get pregnant, let's say. But then again, we got that no and that yes. So your person could very much know about this. You may not know about this, and this is why they're, you know, really in this, their King of Swords energy, thinking, being methodical about it. They do want to do the right thing. And I feel like this is why it's telling you to leave the past behind and not get stuck. Because I think there are things going on here, collective, that you don't know about. I don't think Spirit feels like you need to know about it either. I feel like, you know, you need to just continue. But I'm just going to get, as I say, a final oracle for this. And I'm bringing this because my energy has gone just... that. Just, yeah. It's not a nice energy when we got to this part. When we got to, you know, the feeling of there's more than one person. And we did see that Knight of Wands energy, a lot of fiery energy. So your person could have been, I don't like to say it, collective, but putting it about a bit. So I just want a final message for the viewer, for the collective, and then I might not even post this one. I've really got a crappy energy now. Deep knowing, yeah. Regeneration and soulmates. Between worlds. And again, like I say, I think this message, I think the clear message for you here, watching this, is not to put your life on hold for this person. You know, I was drawn to touch upon that as well. I feel like this could go anyway, and it is out of your control, and there are things going on with your person that they are not telling you. And remember, we saw the betrayal. This person has betrayed you. You know, and they've been lying about this situation. We did earlier see the Seven of Swords, but I just want to get out of this. So final message for the viewer, please. Imagine. Bottom of the deck to the sea. So let's look at number 20. Imagine. And see what the message is there for you. And I feel like going to the protection message on this. But we'll look at the relationship and the protection, okay? And then we're out. Just, I think this could get quite messy for you. So, the essential meaning of this card is turning imagination into manifestation, creative thought, visualization, and the power of aligning imaginary and feelings, creativity and illusions. Okay, and the protection message on this card is illusions and wishful thinking rooted in a sense of lack have entered your life. Okay. Now may be the time to see things as they truly are and not as you hoped or imagined they would be. Release your any fear, then envision anew. Perhaps you are anticipating that something fearful might happen and recreating that image of disaster over and over in your mind. The universe responds to such projections, so be aware of this catastrophizing. No matter what, illusions are awfulizing, a misuse of imagination. Clear the inner slate and stay grounded, stay real. Only then can you truly have what you desire. And then the relationship message with this card is, in matters of the heart, it's easy to daydream about another as a means of connecting to that person. While that's romantic, if you want this relationship to be real, you need to go for it, not just dream about it. Now is the time to move beyond the daydream and into reality, beyond illusion and into fruition. Relationships are about relating. So step out onto the dance floor where imagination partners will manifest, imagination partners with manifestation. The message of this card is that a person with attributes you have imagined will enter your life. You will be changed for the better. Imagine that. Oh. And you know, as I was reading that message, collective, I know we started this on a soulmate. Your person could be the narcissist. And this is the bond that I'm going to just go through this for those of you that are still with me. And this could be the phase that they have you in, this cycle. But it's time to imagine what it would be like without them. Don't overthink it, collective. I'm just being drawn to tell you to, you know, release anything that is out of your control. Meditate when you find yourself sat in that anxious and, you know, overthinking, very stuck mindset, and start to release. If this person is meant to you, they will come to you. But I feel like you're about to find out something that is going to shock you, collective. And I'm going to leave it there. And I send you all lots of love, light and peace. And I'll see you in the next video.